Of course, it has to be into the #1 team. So pretty tough, but I believe both teams are strapped and ready to go. We're going game 1, Atlas's Lab. Now, I think that's really interesting for both teams. I think they do pretty well on it. Yeah!
Oh, I just realized they couldn't hear me saying "Hey Strikers." They missed out.
Hey Strikers!
I forgot to unmute. Hey Strikers! Yeah,
That's okay.
but I think the big thing is Showtime, very good team. They have very good wins.
Very good team.
But their schedule right now is not looking too good because they're up against Demons RAAAAHH and they were up against the Sad Boys right before, and they're sitting at 3-4, and they're in a really tough spot for playoffs, sitting in that clump of potentially 4-win, 3-win teams, and EKC and the Cosmic Calamities are proving to be a bit of an obstacle right now. They need to get these wins to make it to playoffs, and this is going to be a very, very important game in that aspect. Atlas Lab, stacks on stacks, missile propulsion, interesting start, but I can't shake the feeling that Demons RAAAAHH are just going to KO them.
Right. It's what they do. They have the characters Zentaro, Vice, and Amy, who are all pretty good at dealing damage, getting those KOs. And on a missile prop start, 2 of those characters benefit really, really well. And here, interestingly, something I did not know until right now, loading into character select, we have Gravity in. It seems that Snake could not make it today, and so Kainu was playing Brawler on some NASL Season 1 activity.
Oh, yeah.
Who up being in the West. And we've got, it's just the original Bounty Hunters. Gravity in the midfield, playing Vice.
Yeah, a bit of a throwback to when my co-caster was actually a NASL level player. Incredible throwback to the beginning of launch here, as we're seeing what's happening right here. They picked this comp to do just that, and that is Joker going down. Now the passing plays will be sent forward. Megaverse in a lot of trouble in this open net. The Atlas not too great at defending that, and a good strike by Kainoob will be the first goal in the favor of the Demons.
Yeah, really well done. Some interesting things I've noticed so far. Joker has picked up Vambrace, which is great. But unfortunately, they were still able to just knock him out. I think this comp just has so much damage. And Gravity didn't even take Missile Prop. Loaded up on the stacks. Going to be moving around quite quickly. And I think that's a pretty good decision. And, oh, I mean, you can't Vambrace through that. It's brutal out here.
Yeah, and Gravity's working on a flip as well as Kainoob goes in with the Oni's Blade. That's another KO already found, and the Supernova sends it forward at the perfect time. Both barriers down now as the core gets around Gumi for a second, but there's so much meter available. So many flips can be used. Megaverse uses one of his own to get it out of there. And a flip is blocked from Joker against Gravity. Wait, that's a big opening for Showtime. They can get this barrier. It could be huge. But the core sent forward yet again. Kainoob is in the midfield with Gravity. Joker one more try here, but a good clear by Gumi. Good barrage by Xianzu will open it up for Showtime. A bit of a chance here, but it's going to be difficult because they need to get past this midfield of Gravity and Kainoob.
Yeah, I think a big bonus that Showtime has here is that Atlas, who's dropping the ult right there, has a lot of good defensive tools into Zentaro. Going to be really nice. I don't know if the healing will be enough, but I think the Atlas will be able to hold through a lot of what Demons RAAAAHH is going to put up in the core control department. That being said, it's, again, going to be tough to get through all this damage as Joker goes down once again. Kainoob looking pretty low, but Megaverse and Xianzu are just holding through it all, and I think that's going to be really big for their chances in this game.
All right, good saves by the side of Showtime, and now Xianzu has a bit of an opening, but good passing around. The team play is perfect from the Demons, but an Expanse will save it away for the moment. Joker trying to set up, but the angle isn't quite there. Good pass to Xianzu, past the Supernova, and another good primary Joker with the Bull Rush and the strike. That was a really tough goal for Showtime, but they managed to get it done, and those kinds of goals are what they need if they're going to win this game. They need to win these early sets. They cannot let this damage comp be the ones getting the draft.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to win in 3 sets fast, or else the game is just going to spiral out of control and not in their favor. They do have X, who is the #1 scaling character. That guy can just, do anything. Set 3 comes around and he's God on Earth, like most of the time. But I do think the X is a really strong pick into Amy goalie. Even if it is Gumi's Amy goalie, it's looking really strong, and I think this character can just kind of carve through all of the defense that Amy doesn't have. So I think a really good matchup for Showtime. I really like their comp, except for the fact that it's into damage and things like that are going to happen a lot. But if they're able to stand through that, they've got a great shot.
Yeah, Xianzhu will try to find a breakaway here as Joker dodges away from the glitch pop, dodges away from the Thunderstruck, but this black hole is going to be there soon. A weird clear by Gumi. Gravity does manage to save it, and the Demons do not let that goal go in yet. But it's really huge that Showtime have a barrier, and the Demons do not. A great save by Gumi, predicting the shot from Joker, who is about to go down. Getting the orb to heal up a little bit for the moment. Joker just needs the core to come into his hands, but it's not happening at the moment. Taking so much damage, almost taken out, flipped off the field. Now Xianzhu has to be the hero. Megaverse taken out by a single power chord from Gravity. And now Xianzhu faced with a 3v1. Saves it a little bit, saves it again. The barrier stays standing, but Xianzhu's taking so much damage. The power play could continue right afterwards.
Yeah, Xianzhu incredibly low, but able to keep the point alive. Gumi has a core flip, looking very dangerous. Jumping in there, but having to eject back. Now Showtime with the power play, looking to get something done. Joker with the good dribble off the bumper, but Gumi flipping to stop it. The turret! And with Kainu's help, knocking out Joker, but Gumi! Where did he go?
Gumi a little bit away from the play. Megaverse with a slow shot to the top side, well placed. And they will make it happen. Showtime somehow, despite losing in the KO department time and time again. A clutch saves by Xianzhu keep the point alive, and they are the ones who are up right now.
Yeah, Xianzhu looking really good this game. Playing Kai, killing that guy in a spectacular fashion. Another power play for Showtime is going to be exactly what they need. If they can win this point right here, right now, that's one set under their belt, 2 more to go, and that's exactly where they want to be. Joker looking to get in there. Xianzhu actually moving up, grabbing an orb to heal, and pushing it up. I think this is their opportunity. They've got the offensive momentum.
Yeah, 2 barriers to 0 here. Megaverse has plenty of room to play with, stepping up to almost the midline at the moment to try and get some primaries in to add some pressure. Joker to the top side, but Gravity covers. The primary will keep possession in the hand of Showtime as it goes around the black hole, almost right into Joker, but not quite, as Xianzhu has flip, but needs to be careful. The damage is going to be targeted at the Kai because they know that that flip is a resource that can be burned, but a Giga Blast around the world. Gumi again caught lacking, moving out of the goal box just a little bit, and that's the set for Showtime. Best case scenario for this team.
Yeah, a little bit of Giga Goat action. Xianzhu locking in the MVP, getting rewarded with the Catalyst here. Really, really great. That's exactly what you want to see, especially when a lot of damage is being focused on him. Kai not having a whole lot of stagger, gonna get mowed down pretty quickly, but with this Catalyst, it's going to make it a lot easier to survive. Big Fish and Hot Shot going to Kainu and Gumi. Big Fish for the extra stagger and size. Makes sense ult bigger, which is really nice. Hot Shot obviously really strong on Amy Goalie. And Adrenaline Rush going to Gravity. Going to be a little scary. He's able to pick up these KOs, which he has been so far. I think Unstoppable on Joker is going to be really nice too. And a little bit of Missile Prop Siege Machine Strike Shot on Megaverse. This guy's got the sniper build.
Yeah, and with the interaction with the decelerating projectile, that primary is going to stay there. The astral projection is going to be a little bit lingering, but when Demons RAAAAHH are up close like that, it is going to be still very, very difficult to play. Sean passed down to Xianzhu, glitch pop by Gumi, and another astral projection by Megaverse sends it away, but a passing play from Joker to Xianzhu to the bottom side of the goal. Gumi can't cover all of that. It's another point for Showtime. This is where they need to scale. This is the game that they need to win, and they're looking like they're in a position to win it.
Yeah, definitely. They're playing really well. I think Joker and Xianzhu's synergy right now is looking really nice. The passing plays are online, and they're getting it done. Megaverse with this flip, 1 barrier down, but still able to defend it. Great Giga Blast from Xianzhu, almost gets it. Burns the flip from Gumi. And here, Demons RAAAAHH on the offense, but the flip is going to save it. And with a little bit of help from Xianzhu, the barrier is up and Gravity is down. Joker getting healed, and now they have a power play. Xianzhu with the flip is going to use that right now to pass to Megaverse, and they're just in there. Oh, but Kainoob is going crazy in the 1v2, working to keep it out.
Yeah, Kainoob just winning the strike wars where it was necessary means that now Showtime have no resources left. The meter incredibly low on all three members. The KOs could be found by Demons RAAAAHH now. They need to score. They need to take a barrier on that chance, and now they're in a lot of trouble as Gumi sends the core forward. Kainoob with the advancing slice and dice finds the goal. It's 1-1 now, and it kind of shows like Showtime, they need to really get a lot off of every single opportunity, or else they'll just be whittled down with no resources by Demons RAAAAHH.
Yeah, absolutely. They really need to play perfect. A big issue, I think, came up that last point, is that Kainoob has picked up, he's maxed out his stacks and is so fast. And if that guy is everywhere at once, you know, it's going to be so hard to deal with it. That being said, they got both barriers. You know, great news. And they're chipping Kainoob down, looking to get rid of those stacks right now. So they really do have to capitalize on this opportunity because, again, Kainoob is just covering all of their options. Xianzhu able to win the strike war, getting it up, getting a great Giga Blast, just pushing it forward, getting it in on the top side. It's like there was no one there.
Xianzhu with the breakaway gets it past absolutely everybody, and that has to be the clip of the game, even though it's not over. That puts Showtime at such a lead here, and one barrier taken already. Of course, Joker vulnerable right now, very low meter, Xianzhu as well, but after a play like that, and with Megaverse holding this barrier with the strike interactions here, they're just in such a good spot. They just need to get it out here, but a good supernova from Gravity will take the barriers, will put Demons RAAAAHH back in the driver's seat for this point.
Yeah, Joker looking to get through. Has to get through Gumi and Gravity's flip. The flip burned. Kainoob now has a flip, though. Really scary. Again, he's so fast. He is everywhere at once. Xianzhu looking to get an opportunity to get something done. Joker just evaded. Doesn't have another meter. Looking really low. Looking a little low. Things are dangerous. Megaverse is looking really comfortable here. Just holding it down. Things are not really getting through him on the open net. He just has so much range. He's able to just keep it away, and that keeps their offense up the entire time, which is exactly what they need, because the moment they have to play on the back foot, I think Demons RAAAAHH just mows over them with damage, which they haven't gotten many kills, so it's looking really good for Showtime right now.
Not just damage too, right? If the core is constantly on their side, the Atlas is going to struggle in the open net, but since they're keeping it up, the projectiles, the strike shots, can keep it forward, prevent that situation from happening. A great clear by Megaverse. Xianzhu helps out on the bottom side as well. Showtime keep it alive here, but it's going forward. A glitch pop from across the map by Gumi will score. It's 2-2, and once again, a point that Showtime desperately needs here. If Demons RAAAAHH get this, it'll be a much harder game.
Yeah, much harder game. They really want to win this set right here. Oh, but both barriers down. It's going to be pretty tough. They're just getting blitzed, and this is exactly what we were talking about. Demons RAAAAHH on the offense is just going to be a 12-second point. If you can't win kickoff and keep the ball on their side the entire time, if you can't play perfect, they're just going to win.
That's tough. And now Kainoob, if you're a Demons RAAAAHH fan, you'll be happy to see Kainoob up here. I mean, what a draft for the Demons.
Yeah, wow. Probably going to be looking at that explosive entrance, but instead takes the bulk up, deciding that all he needs is stacks and some stagger to keep those stacks online. And honestly, that's pretty true. Allowing Gumi to pick up the explosive entrance instead and denying a really strong stagger awakening. This first pick bulk up is really strong. We see Reptile Remedy going to Xianzhu, which is great for his chances of staying alive. Reptile Remedy, Catalyst, and Stacks is a really strong Kai build, what you want to see. But and hey, Kai staying alive, getting Giga Blasts like that is exactly what you want to see if you're a Showtime fan. Joker's taking the brunt of the damage, which is tough, but hey, in this power play for Demons RAAAAHH, again, Megaverse is playing really well, holding it down, keeping it up, and Xianzhu is just on one. He is everywhere at once, covering things, doing a good job staying alive here. I think despite losing that set, Showtime's still in it, which I wouldn't have said in a lot of situations. Because, again, Demons RAAAAHH just winning one set makes this game so much harder for them.
Oh, okay, and forcing out the flip from Gumi as well, and Megaverse with the expanse will get it out of there. Xianzu now on the bottom side, lurking and trying to find the core here. And bounces off the black hole into the hands of Kainu when the barrier is taken. Joker's got to make this one count right past the outstretched arms of Gumi, perfectly placed at the perfect time. Joker finds the shot, and it's 1-0, an important win when their barrier just went down.
Yeah, every point matters, and that's one that Showtime's definitely going to like taking. Really nice. Joker just kind of scrapping Gravity here. Gravity has a flip. In fact, energy economy looking really good for Demons RAAAAHH right now, as that's one barrier down for Showtime. 2 flips being dropped, another one being canceled out. Kainu's flip, but Gravity still has his, and now Megaverse and Xianzu are down flips. It's going to be pretty tough to get things done and combat the damage that's all coming out because of it. But that's one barrier for Showtime. And a flip to get the second. An insane shot from Joker, looking really good. And I think if they get one more opportunity and they're able to capitalize, they're looking really good. This is their set to win. But they've got to do it soon.
Yeah, especially because Kainu is constantly on the offense here. The Firewall Sentry disappears and it goes to the Joker's hands once again. And now Xianzu on the top side. We've seen this before. The Supernova is incredibly scary, and Joker manages to stay alive, dodges away from the Zentaro primary. And now Megaverse's core speed is going to come into play as well, as Xianzu tries to cover the Oni's blade. It goes around a flip use around the barrier to Sad Boy's angle. And Megaverse is all too familiar with it here as it goes to the bottom side again. But Cursive Strike Shot. All of the sayings are true here, and once again it gets past Gumi. We've seen that so many times before. Had the glitch pop this time, but it was a little too late. That was a ridiculous end to the point, back and forth, but in the end, Showtime are the ones who stand 2-0.
Yeah, Showtime putting on a little bit of cinema, looking up this set. Really good. The core just went so fast in overtime that last point. It just shot straight in there, but Megaverse with the great strike shot. Just going through, and Joker is beating the crap out of Gumi right now. Looking a little low. If Gumi gets taken out, he doesn't have anything that's stacked up like most other players this game. But that's their goalie down. And, you know, you still have to go through Gravity, and Kainu comes back, and that's pretty tough. But Gumi is low, and Showtime is in there. Both barriers down.
All right, Xianzu now with a lot of speed, top side, looking to cover, looking to win the strike war, but it's Kainu on the defense, helping out, making sure it's kept forward. And Xianzu once again, bottom side, Joker just hits Gumi all the way up to the top of the map. Showtime played perfectly, all 3 members, and are now at a 2-1 set lead, 1 to go. And this draft, I think, is not the one that will instantly make Demons RAAAAHH win, but there's still a lot of scary awakenings in here.
There's a lot. I'm looking at peak performance. We've got Orb Dancer, Twin Drive being locked in by Megaverse. With the Ponderer, gonna be really nice. I'm surprised he didn't take the Orb Dancer, but obviously Twin Drive, Ponderer, Atlas is just really, really strong. Joker picking up Stinger is gonna be really nice, especially that last point where he said, I can just kill Gumi. I can just get this guy out of here. Gravity taking the peak performance, not letting it go to Xianzu, but just takes Reverb instead. Now has 2 Stagger Awakenings. Looks really strong. Kainu picking up the Orb Dancer is really scary, and Gumi with Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire Hotshot's nothing to laugh at, but again, the damage has not really been coming out. Well, sorry, it has, but the KOs haven't been coming out as often, and Showtime's been able to weather the storm that Demons RAAAAHH is putting up. And with that, it's definitely looking really good for them. I love this Stinger pickup by Joker because he can just decide to kill. Not really Kainu or Gravity, who have Stagger Awakenings, is going to be a lot harder, but Gumi can just go.
Yeah, and while
punch Stinger.
While Joker's creating chaos, I mean, Joker is the storm at this point for Showtime. Xianzu just runs right in there, gets the barriers. Gumi does find the KO on Joker, a little bit of revenge, but it is still the barriers down. It is still Xianzu pushing forward. The Giga Blast goes wide that time, but the barrier is saved by Megaverse. A well-timed flip will keep it away, and a well-timed strike shot will strike War Gravity across the map. Joker just walks into the center with the Unstoppable, keeps the core forward, and Xianzu continues to keep it under control. Gumi now to the top side, but Xianzu is right there backwards. Possession 3 flips available for Demons RAAAAHH, but they're not finding the mark here. Risky opportunity for Gumi, trying to get in there with the Firewall Sentry, but again, it's defended by Shianzu and Megaverse, and now Joker has possession of the core. The 1-2 strikes, not enough still. As good patience from Gravity, but it's still sent away by Megaverse, who has plenty of cooldowns to play with the Twin Drive, already putting in so much work. And Shianzu's building up a flip in the meantime, and that Shianzu flip might be the end of the point.
Yeah, but it's just a crazy strike. Drop the X ult and shoot it at Mach 10 into the bottom corner, and just reaction check Gumi. Hey, sorry pal, you hit 20. You're old now. Can't be catching those. And we're really seeing that these points that go long are just so Showtime favored because they have Atlas. And that guy can just press one button, and it doesn't matter how fast the core is going, as long as he presses it in time, he can just stop that. Amy cannot do that. It's way harder for a ranged goalie to pick up or deal with this core speed. And so, a little bit of Sad Boy's angle is going to be nice for them. But again, like, Showtime just has them on the ropes. And the longer these points last, and the longer Showtime survives through all the damage, it doesn't matter. They're just going to start winning. Like that!
There's the flip, there's the X Maximus, there's the KO, and the goal. They're 1 point away now. And yeah, like you said, all you need to do is hit the buttons at the right timing pretty much on this Atlas, and Megaverse is pretty good at doing that. Is holding ridiculously well against some of the best offense in the game from Kainoob. And right now, trying to defend the flip, has the reactions to flip and to just get a barrier on the other side. Now Shianzu incredibly low, but a perfectly timed flip to nullify all the damage. And once again, Showtime are staying alive, and Joker, once he gets in, he will score, and he has the dribbles. Top side, not quite this time, but Megaverse is also pushing up quite safely too. Manages to save the barrier from all the way over there. But it's Gravity who does finally get it. Down to the bottom side, Gumi has the flip available, will be trying to make it happen here as Kainoob sends it away. Sends it forward, and Gumi has the flip available, but gets KO'd. Whoa! And that's the goalie down. That's the core slowly drifting in, and that's Showtime taking the first game.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's a little cliche, but cinema. Beautiful end to a crazy game as Showtime takes game one on an incredible performance. Again, against Demons RAAAAHHH, the #1 team in the league right now. Great work, especially like Megaverse and Shianzu were just playing so well. Both Megaverse clocking in the 200, Shianzu 196 in the redirect department. Joker at a humble 95, but 4 KOs and a ton of damage is enough to get it done. And like you said, he was out there in the enemy goal box causing a ton of chaos, and it ended up being too much for Demons RAAAAHH to deal with.
Yeah, and we're heading on over to Clarion Test Chamber for Game 2. And if you're a Showtime fan, you're happy because you saw the Showtime that was promised at the beginning of the season, right? This is a roster that was built to go deep in playoffs. To see them at 3 and 4 right now is a disappointment. But if they can clutch out this game, if they can take the game next week as well, they are heading to playoffs, I believe. So they have a chance to prove themselves. And just like how the Sad Boys proved last season, all that matters in the regular season is getting to the playoffs and then showing that you've leveled up.
Right, it really is just a fight for playoffs right now, and again, this is a very important win, and they're doing it. We're watching it live right now. They are making the run, the playoffs sprint. If they win this, they go 4 and 4, have a win against the best team, and are looking really strong. So hey, if they can wrap it up on Clarion Test Chamber right now, which I think is a map that they are notoriously successful on, then
take a look at the starting awakening.
Uh-oh.
You know who was most known for now? Shianzu. Even though that guy was originally a Rune player. If you think of the original success of now, you definitely think of Shianzu now. And the starting awakenings are looking a little interesting. And Showtime are on the blue side.
Yeah, it's Showtime. Might just be locking in a first pick now. They have a guy on their roster that likes that character a normal amount and can succeed on it. very regularly.
But it's not an auto win, right? Demons RAAAAHH, they can just KO right through it. Now is not the immortal sustained tank brawler. I don't know, but isn't
A
the
1v9
Swiss Army
Cassante
knife?
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But
But still pretty strong. And Manu just means that you get to drop your abilities and they will hit the core. Like it doesn't matter how close they are, how strategically you place them, they will be hitting the core. And it will be good. And that's great. And I've heard, and I have not confirmed, so take this with
I'll confirm
with
it.
a grain of salt.
It's confirmed.
Awesome. It's confirmed. Do not take this with a grain of salt. There is no misinformation warning. This is true. Manu heals.
Wait,
more.
no, that's not what I meant.
Oh,
Manu does
bad
not
news,
heal
guys.
more. no. Manu
Manu
doesn't heal more. Like, I'm 99%.
Manu does not heal more.
I thought
And
you were about to say, like, not confirmed, but Fiery's going in. Fiery going in is confirmed. But Manu does not heal more. Manu does not heal more.
Fiery is going in. Someone lied to me, and now I've lied to all of you. Which there's a lot of misinformation.
Yeah.
With the game. Sometimes I get told something, like I was told Manu heals more, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Someone's like, no, it's true. Like, okay. You wouldn't lie to me. So I believe you. Terrible news, guys. There's evil. There's evil abound. But
I see.
Hey, Fiery is in. They have banned now. And Showtime has banned Kazan, not letting Fiery get that. First picked Rasmus, which I think is pretty interesting. I know Joker's very fond of the pick. Could go to Megaverse. Good flex pick. Very good first pick. But that's going to be Vice Estelle for presumably Gumi and Kainu. And that's what they've been playing like all season. I think those are both their number one characters right there. Gumi loves the Vice and Kainu loves the Estelle. And it makes sense. Those are both characters that deal a lot of damage, are very good at killing. And so, hey, and locking in the Zentaro at the end, round out the comp. Hey, looking good. Showtime wrapping up with Kai and Atlas. The Atlas once again, and that Kai Atlas defensive core, again, I really like. I think both Shianzu and Megaverse looked spectacular on those picks. Joker on the Rasmus is also going to have the same issue as last game of it's very easy to kill that guy. He doesn't have a lot of mobility. And so they were able to deal with it last game. I think they're able to deal with it this game. Low-key would have liked the X more. I think this is a great X map. He goes big mode and all the little corridors and stuff. But Rasmus also strong pick, and we're gonna see how they pilot it in just a moment.
All right, heading into game 2, and of course on this map I think I would have to favor the Demons a little bit more, right? This is a map where they're very familiar at find the KO in, but Atlas Lab was also a damage map, and Showtime weathered the storm. Maybe they'll be able to do it again, especially since Megaverse is once again on the Atlas. Shianzu is once again on the Kai. Those two picks looked so good last game.
Yeah, just beautiful. And so, yeah, a very similar comp coming out from Demons as last game. It's just like they will be dealing damage. And I think Showtime still has a really good shot. All primetime coming out except for Megaverse bossing up with the Monumentalist. Gonna have those big moves. And that's, like, look at how big that, what is it, Astral Projection is. That's really nice. And obviously the Expanse being big is nice. It's super comfortable.
I regret to inform you, Astral Projection is not a creation.
Guys, bad news. The misinformation train doesn't stop there. I'm the evil in the community. I'm the one trying to lead everyone astray. Do not listen to a word that I say. Terrible, terrible news.
All right, but Joker's in there. The Rasmus speed coming into play. Shianzu and Joker both so incredibly fast with so much coverage, and the pendulum swing is just perfect for the first goal of the game here. Yeah,
really well played by Showtime. And again, they are looking spectacular. As someone in chat said end of season buff, and I'm seeing it right now. All these players are just in, dare I say, peak performance, perfect form. You haven't heard these before, and they're playing, again, well enough to stand up to the #1 team. That's what they need to do to make playoffs. So they picked a very good time to show up and start playing really well. And you know what, Fiery is looking a little low. So is Xianzhu, and actually, there's a lot going on right now. And no, Joker, get out of the goo!
Yeah, Joker and Fiery both taking a lot of damage, but what I'm looking at is Megaverse right now healing up with the Celestial Intervention here, and Joker finding a perfect hook to find the barrier despite almost being dead, still staying alive somehow, has the elusives, doesn't take the orb, tries to win a strike orb, but Gumi gets it out of there. Xianzhu finds the KO, and Joker is still living, unstaggers, and is now just chilling on the other side of the map. Big opportunity for Showtime.
Yeah, Gumi with the core flip, keeping it away, stalling out the power play. Looking really good. Joker looking low. These are dangerous, but has not fallen yet, and has been looking low a lot in this point. Fiery, just dead. Both forwards just dying, and that's the goo tax. The Project Obscura, it's just infinite damage map. You don't even have to run damage. The nice part is, there's no nice part. Fiery's just putting it in, and tying up the game, 1-1.
Yeah, but finds the dribble with the Oni's blade, and so what's the nice part?
I was going to talk about how the walls on Project Obscura and how you can't die when you're in the goo. You have to like get hit at an angle. That doesn't matter because nobody died, and they just scored and won. But next time the nice part will be there. And this time, Xianzhu is also looking a little low, taking a small amount of damage as Fiery is just on this guy, keeping him out of the play, and Xianzhu doing well to evade everything, you know, dodge the abilities, but that's both barriers down, and the Crystal Thorns will be taking out Xianzhu and putting it in, all in one fell swoop.
Making it happen, 2-1 now in the favor of the Demons, and they want to get the priority on the first draft, something that they didn't manage to do in the first game. As an unfortunate miscommunication between Gumi and Kainoob does mean a barrier goes down early. Kainoob with a flip available as well as Gumi. Could be huge here, but Xianzhu and Joker are very familiar with playing with the Expanse on this map, it feels like. But an unfortunate double barrier, the Expanse of Megaverse this time, sends it backwards. And that's the best case scenario for the Demons. They have 2 flips available, working on 3. They have such a good capability to send it across the map right now.
Yeah, and a great slashing strike coming out from Fiery is going to be putting it in, and Demons RAAAAHHH are looking good. And that's like a dumb thing to say, but it's a map that they're very familiar with, and they're playing really well. Looks like Gumi will be rewarded with heavy impact or perfect form, taking the heavy impact. Be really nice. Xianzhu can opt into stacks, perfect form, or chrono boost. Takes the chrono boost. Perfect form looking like they're trying to save it for Fiery, but Megaverse gonna take that real quick. Fiery taking stacks instead. Bulk up going to Kainoob. An Orb Ponderer on Joker could be very interesting. He'll grab some orbs and start throwing out those pendulum swings, but you just have to stay alive to make it really count. So we'll have to see what happens, but actually a lot of damage was picked up by Demons RAAAAHHH. This game is going to get a lot harder for Showtime.
Yeah, they're going to have to succeed in the immediate offense here as Joker is brought incredibly low, and Xianzhu's trying to chase the core, but if you're too close to the edge in situations like that, a Vice primary or an Estelle primary could take you out. As Joker sends it forward, Xianzhu trying to find an opportunity, but once again, so much coverage from the hitboxes of Demons RAAAAHHH. Make sure that the play is stopped in the midfield. Joker building up a flip and an awkward expanse here, but Megaverse still manages to make the save as Xianzhu pushes forward. On the top side, a KO found onto Fiery, a power play available for Showtime here. A strike war win by Joker, but not into the net, and Gumi has a flip for insurance. Megaverse, unfortunately, a bit of an own barrier there as the power play stalls out, but good patience will not get caught by the Crystal Thorns of Kainoob. Once again, Showtime just can't get past this midfield. Fiery and Kainub are playing such a good midfield here.
Yeah, and just absolute wall, but Fiery gets taken out. Now, Xianzhu gets shot dead. Did the heavy impact in the lane. And crazy save, crazy flip. Confirming it with the Crystal Thorns, didn't even have to. Gonna be sending that in the top corner and first point of the set going to Demons RAAAAHH. And they kind of returned to the midfield position, and turns out things are a lot harder this game now for Showtime.
It turns out Kainub might be the best midfielder. Maybe.
Like, crazy thing. Oh, and Kainub has assassinated Xianzhu. One barrier each. Joker has these really good hooks. Has been able to like scoop it out, but then just the coverage from Demons RAAAAHH is just too much, and he's not able to get anything off of it. Now getting knocked out after all that, just a ton of damage coming onto him. Fiery getting close and comfy with Megaverse, also looking a little low though, but I don't know if Showtime has the damage with these two characters to take him out. The goo though, and the hook is going to be taking him out. Power play for Demons RAAAAHH now. Good evade out of the goo from Xianzhu, but that's going to be another KO, and now we're just in a 2v2. A 3v2 power play online for Demons RAAAAHH, and things are looking a little rough.
Yeah, things are looking very tough here. Kainub is getting chipped out, but that KO seems so far away, not really in their own possibility, as Megaverse, no meter, is getting KO'd, but a weird bounce keeps Megaverse alive, and the goalie is standing here. Weird orbs on the bottom side. No one was there, so two spawned. That's like two rotations of no one taking orbs, as Fiery just knocks Megaverse across the map. Almost KO'd again, but Megaverse is somehow surviving, and finally goes down. But Xianzhu just drops back for the defense. Can they hold until the respawn? Can they hold long enough, or maybe even score on the other side is the question. A good barrage to stall even longer, and the Crystal Thorns will not quite reach. A good strike, but right to Gumi it goes, and the power chord will score it. Demons RAAAAHH look dominant this game.
Yeah, this is the Demons RAAAAHH that I'm familiar with, and they're just crushing it right now. And again, that's pretty worrisome for Showtime's chances, as they've picked Joker and they've said, well, we're going to assassinate you. You know, you're taken out of the play, you have to go grab an orb. And Showtime were able to get one barrier in the meantime, but Joker's just perma half health or lower. They're getting chipped down. Gonna have to use this flip really smart. And he does, getting the second barrier. And this is Showtime's opportunity. Joker also staggered. Fiery getting knocked out. Xianzhu with a flip. It's going to really go his way if he makes it work. But unfortunately, flip goes wide. And Megaverse showing up in the midfield, looking to get it in. He wants this point, and he wants it now.
Well played from Megaverse to not let it past him, right? No barriers lost in that offensive attempt, but unfortunately it is unsuccessful. Xianzhu now pushing forward, but Kainub with the patience past the barrage. And Gumi, Fiery, and Kainub all in the same space for a moment, trying to send it forward, but the Quarrel will find its way on the bumpers, and Joker will cash it on the top side, an awkward point, but Showtime are getting a bit of a comeback started if they can keep making points like this happen.
Yep, Showtime getting on the board for this set. You're getting ready to reverse it up. Really good kickoff by Joker to drop the pendulum swing, but unfortunately Fiery just had more abilities. One barrier, though, they were able to get it through. Another one with the great pendulum swing, and Showtime are making a break for it. This is their opportunity. They are ready to make the comeback right here, right now, win this set, and not let Demons RAAAAHH spiral out of control any further.
Yeah, this would be a huge set to win here to keep this game under control. But on this variant, it's a little scary. The Demons have made this really, really tough for Showtime in the past. And we'll have to see if they can make it happen here. Keep the core forward. Joker with the pendulum swing almost gets two, but will take one, absolutely. And once again, a tough spot. The center being used so well by both teams, but it feels like Demons just has the edge on this variant for a moment.
It really does. And somehow, Joker just lost all of his health in an instant. Fiery's been staggered this entire time, grabs an orb, is able to perfectly get enough stagger to become unstaggered. Still looking really low. Megaverse defending the orb as Joker and Xianzhu are able to get the second barrier on the offense. Flip comes out right in Fiery's face, not letting that go through. Fiery staggered once again, struggling, and Xianzhu is looking to get it around. Stall a little bit. The KO finally comes out. Fiery down. Power play for Showtime. they have the opportunity right here. Megaverse getting in there. And a great pendulum swing will be putting it in. Great Giga Blast too to cover the cross clear. And Showtime has reverse swept that set.
Very clean gameplay from Showtime. And they are now sitting 1-1. A critical reverse sweep and picking up Catalyst as well. Such a strong awakening. Building up so much flip. Joker has been the target for the majority of this game, and building up energy while being targeted will make it so much easier for the brawler to survive here. Extra special even for even more survivability and taken away from the potential damage threat of the Vice as well. And although the Stagger Awakening does not fall, it is still a lot of bulk that is taken by Showtime. But on the other side, Reverberation Stinger Rapid Fire, more cooldowns means more damage into Stinger as well. That is still very significant.
Yeah, that is primetime Rapid Fire on Kainoob, which is super scary, especially with that bulk up, rocking the 140 power for fun. It's crazy. And yeah, Xianzu's already taken out. I think Stinger is going to be a really big deal. You know, Fiery has just been walking around hitting people really successfully, and now like everyone is low, everyone's just getting chipped down. They're gonna have to focus Fiery a lot more and just not let him do his thing, or else he's just going to have the opportunity to do whatever he wants and just like slowly kill people. And with Estelle and Vice behind him to help out, that's rough. The Joker getting knocked out, and again the damage is just out there in full force.
Xianzu on the breakaway, but the barrage will just fall a little bit short here as Kainoob sends it forward. Good elusive by Megaverse to make the save happen, but a weird bounce off of the terrain. Once again, corners are fake in Omega Strikers, and Gumi will be happy with that one. But a KO found on the Fiery, a big opportunity now for Showtime, but Joker's incredibly low, somehow stays alive on the edge. That might have been Revive Bug actually, as Joker does manage to stay alive despite all of that, but is being chipped down by the terrain. Xianzu sending it forward, but Joker is so low. The power play seems like it never happened at this point because Showtime are still on the back foot here.
Yeah, struggling to get any sort of relief here. They're just constantly fighting on the defense, and a straight piercing shot putting it right at the top of the net will be putting it in. Demons RAAAAHHH taking the first point, and they really have to work to win this game. And I think the extra special on Megaverse is going to be a very big deal because he's been using it for this very reason. He's just going to have to heal people a lot. Like right now. Heal up, Joker! Things are looking rough out there. I'll see you in like 37 seconds or whatever it is. And having it on kickoff every point is going to be monumental to them. So really like what they have going on here. It's I don't know if it's enough to get through Demons RAAAAHH, but the defensive options that they have picked are looking really strong.
Yeah, and Joker once again pushing forward, not getting KO'd so far. And a good expanse to nullify the core flip with Barrage as well on the follow-up, but Xianzu gets caught with the combo. 1-2 from Gumi. Good save by Megaverse to keep it out of there though, and Fiery now could be the target, right? Has no meter. Xianzu running forward despite being incredibly low, trying to win this core flip interaction, sends it forward still. Xianzu creating so much offensive pressure but finally going down. So many outplays but not enough to get the barrier here as Megaverse defends the barrier on the other side, but it does eventually go down and so much damage is being thrown out. The Celestial intervention is here, but that's the heal gone for another while, and the offense is going to have to come through for Showtime here. The last bit of the expanse will keep it safe for a little bit, but Kainoob has so much power, is just red coring, looking like a team player without a team, and Xianzu will somehow manage to recover it, has the barrage for coverage, cannot win the strike war, but gets the strike after the rebound, and Joker to the top side, pass down to Xianzu, barrage is perfect, and it's 1-1 all tied up.
This guy's barrages are always so clean because he shoots it and then he just aims it so well. He hits all of his pellets, everything. The passing plays between Joker and Xianzu there were perfect, and Joker, I can imagine, just said, "I don't have anything. This one's on you." Xianzu said, "Don't worry, I've got it," and then he put it in, evening up the set. And again, every point matters for Showtime. Every point that they can get is a big deal.
Yeah, especially because this one is not looking too good for them. 2 barriers down already. It's going to take a lot from Xianzu, but a slowly drifting core will be 1 barrier found, and a primary from Megaverse will keep it away for the moment as Fiery sends it forward. A strike war win from Fiery, but Joker's in position. A flip used, and no chance for Joker to get it through 3 people there. But will take it away to the bottom side now. Xianzhu sending it forward. The barrage halting it for a moment, but it goes right outside of Xianzhu's reach. But Megaverse finds the save, does not get KO'd for it. Gets it out of there still, but a flip available from Fiery. You got to be so careful here if you're Showtime. But Gumi just waits. Gumi just loses the barrier. Gumi just loses the goal. What happened, Gumi?
What happened? Gumi, your team needs you. Oh my god, what? That was already a Demons RAAAAHH point. I was ready to say like, okay, go next. Come on, Showtime. We can recover. But they recovered midpoint. they capitalized on every situation. They got the barrier due to a late strike, and then the core flip was perfect. Great shot. And in the time it took me to say that, a crisp 15 seconds, Demons RAAAAHH answered back. And once again, if you are not playing perfectly for even a second, if you take one deep breath, one moment of relief, that's it.
Speaking of moments, that's Xianzhu in there with the barrage, and that's Joker with the follow-up with the whiplash. It was even shorter. It wasn't 12. It was 8 seconds. Xianzhu gets it done, finds the rebound, finds the barrage, finds everything. Well-deserved set MVP. Will get the pick of the litter here. But this draft is so scary. 2 picks in a row for Demons RAAAAHH. A bit of a nightmare scenario. Of course, you're happy to be up, but this is a tough situation for Showtime.
Definitely. Xianzhu opting to take the explosive entrance, just going for speed. Has Chrono Boost to pair with it, not letting it get to Kainoob or Fiery, but Fiery's locking in the 1-2 punch, and that's so scary. Stinger 1-2 punch is so much damage. Orb Dancer on Kainoob is also scary. That guy with speed, able to cover the map, especially on a character like Estelle, who, hey, just recently had a speed nerf. A crisp 5 is going to be tough to deal with. Again, every draft is going to be super tough to deal with. The enemy is always just going to get good awakenings, and you have to show up and care about that. Gumi picking up team player is also nice, but again, like last game, Megaverse is on the Atlas, but the KOs are they're coming out left and right. People are dropping like flies, and both teams are going to have to do well in these power plays and make the most of it, and not lose when the enemy team has one, because wow, we've hit the 4th set and things are getting a little crazy here.
Again, that was a really good shot from Joker, but the barrier's still open. A tricky shot from Kainoob after the Oni's blade, but Megaverse does not get fooled, and a good barrage by Xianzhu in the midfield. Keeps the core forward to Joker to the bottom side. Xianzhu on the rebound, and Joker with the coverage. An early strike by Gumi. And that is Showtime 2 goals away. This is a matchup that I think most people did not expect Showtime to do this well in. They do not expect Showtime to win this, and that's why their playoff chances did not look too good. But if they win this, their playoff chances suddenly become incredible.
Yeah, this was a match that I think a lot of people wrote off, and I can be honest, historically throughout the season, Showtime has been a team that's been pretty easy to KO. I mean, Joker's just going through it right now. This is really, really tough. But that all being said, they're living. They're living spectacularly. They're playing so well around the damage and through it.
The barrier didn't go down.
Crazy expanse is going to be keeping that up.
Somehow, Megaverse makes it happen here. Does not have any meter, though. Less outplays available, but Joker's going to go for one of his own. On the other side, Xianzhu bouncing the core all the way, and it goes into the Joker's hands now. Coverage on the pendulum swing. Strike war won by Gumi. Tough spot for Megaverse now, but an expanse is available to send it away right into the supernova of Gumi. But again, the astral projection available, the hotshot cooler reduction, the hit stun from Joker, and Xianzhu sending it forward yet again to the bottom side, a little bit off target, and defended away by Fiery on the strike war. But Joker with the pendulum swing, Xianzhu with the follow-up, the barrage again. Xianzhu with the strike barrage, so perfectly placed.
I'm at a loss of words. Every member of Showtime is playing so spectacularly. They're 1 point away from beating Demons RAAAAHH and making their playoff chances look beautiful in a way that nobody expected, because that's both barriers down. That's Joker with a flip. He's ripping it right here. He is a little dead. He's
He might
not
be not
looking
long for
great.
this world, but
Jianzu!
Jianzu almost gets it in with the barrage. It's not quite enough here. Megaverse the Expanse does not quite reach as Fiery tries to win the strike war against 2, and an amazing Crystal Thorns from Kainu will send it forward to take the barriers. Demons RAAAAHH with an opportunity now, but Jianzu is still alive, and if Jianzu's alive, there's a chance for a goal, and that's Showtime. They make it happen. They win against Demons RAAAAHH.
They win 2-0 against Demons RAAAAHH. Not even a game 3. A clean. They only dropped 2 sets, I think. Showtime has shown up and put on a movie. They want to make playoffs. They are determined to go all the way, and they are doing what it takes to get there.
They played that game so well. I don't know what to say because that was such a good performance out of Showtime. At every single turn, Demons RAAAAHH poured in the damage, the layered pressure from Kainoob and Fiery, but it wasn't enough. And the way that Joker and Jianzu were playing offense, like, Gumi just could not keep up with the range goalie here.
Yeah, it was beautiful. They were so in sync. The passing plays were always beautiful. The coverage that they had on the net was always perfect. And again, they did what they had to win, and that's such a big win for them. Like you said earlier, their schedule has not been kind to them. The Sad Boys into Demons RAAAAHH back-to-back is always hard, but now going 4-4 with a huge win, things are looking up for Showtime. It might just be time for the director's cut, going all the way.